Hi, I'm Scotty. I service, repair and restore vintage and antique mechanical clocks. Welcome to Scotties Clock World. We're going to check the pivots and the bushes today on our clock movement. Now, before we start doing that, we have to check initially and see the condition of the pivots. You can get very fine lines running around on pivots, wear lines, and they're very hard to see with the naked eye. The best way to check a pivot for lines on it is to use your thumb and pull it down, and you can feel if it catches while you're doing that. If it catches, then there's a groove in it. Turn it round, try it again. That first wheel seems to be pretty good. So seeing we have no major lines or problems on the pivot, we'll give it a light rub down. Do that again. I'm using a popsicle stick with some 2000 grit paper attached to it. We put the pivot in between and spin the wheel round. I'll turn that over the other way, I think. That's better. This will remove any highlights that you can't feel with your fingernail, and it polishes the pivot. We'll now put the wheel into the back plate, put the top plate on, position the pivot into the bush, and then we'll check to see how loose it is and what the end play is like. Pivot goes into there. Wheel runs very freely. Let's have a look and see. We're looking at that pivot there. No, very tight. Come over to the back. That pivot there. Both in good order. Let's have a look at the end play now. Not a lot there, but there is sufficient. Right. Now we'll work up the going side train. Adding wheels. Goes in there. Add them one at a time. Pillar's moved a little bit. First wheel. second wheel, got him. They run freely. We'll now look at that pivot there. That's pretty good. Turn the plates over, looking at that pivot there. Yep, very good. Look for in play. Yep, okay, that's all right. They're all working smoothly. Take the top plate off again. Put in the third wheel. Top plate back on again. Line up pillars a bit. Then put the pivots into the bushes. First wheel. Second wheel. Open the plate up a bit to bring the third wheel in. That a bit, that's got him. Now, third wheel. Almost in. There we go. All turning smoothly. Now we're looking at that pivot there. It's okay. That pivot there. That's pretty good. And we'll check for in play. Yep. You can see that moving backwards and forwards. They're all running very smoothly. Take top plate back off again. Out of those pillars. Now we'll put in the escape wheel. Goes there. Top plate back on again. I'll put a nut on it this time to hold it in place because the trains are getting longer. Right, that'll hold that a tiny bit. Now reposition the pivots again. Line those couple of posts up. That's better. First wheel, second wheel, scope wheel. Better get the third wheel in now. Third wheel. And the escape wheel. They've moved out a little bit. Third wheel over a tiny bit. Third wheel and the escape wheel. There we go. Right, let's check the escape wheel. That pivot there. Nope, it's okay. Looking pretty good so far. That pivot there. And you can see it's got a good end play. So that's the going side train. They've all been checked out. All running very smoothly. Take that nut off. Move the top plate. I'll put all the wheels back in from the going side. Put them back into our block. Just lost the cannon arbor. Go back on again. Yep. Now I'll repeat that with the strike side train, and then once we've got them all back in together, we'll be able to see whether we need to do any bushing. If so, I'll rebush the plate, top or bottom, as required, and then we'll come back and put the movement back together completely. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about antique and vintage clock repair, be sure to hit the subscribe button before watching these next two videos.